here with Phase 3 Fitness, and in this video we are going to do a fun yoga sequence. It's going to be a little heat building. We're going to get moving together. It's going to be great. You won't need any props for this class, just your mat. Maybe you want to turn on some music in the background and we can get started together. So when you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position. For me, that means my legs are crossed. For you, it might be sitting on your shins, maybe sitting on something comfortable, whatever works best for you. Let's place our palms on our knees, rolling our shoulders back and down away from our ears, finding stability and grounding through our sits bones, closing our eyes if that's comfortable, otherwise gazing about 3 feet in front of you. Begin to focus your attention on your breath, noticing each inhalation as it passes through your nose and each exhalation as it leaves your body. Yoga is all about connecting our body, breath, and mind, so the best way to start any class is just sitting on your mat and settling in, preparing for everything that we have to come. Letting go of everything else that we have going on around us. Just focusing on this present moment that we have together. Just a few more breaths here. Quieting that mind. I know mine's been busy and racing today. Then on an inhalation, softly opening your eyes if they were closed. Let's draw our arms behind us. Really push into your fingers. Find length in your spine. Really finding that length from our tailbone all the way to the crown of our head. On an inhalation, lifting our arms up overhead. Exhale, hands float down back to where they started behind us. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, float down. It's okay if you want to go a little bit faster or slower than me. Go and follow the breath pace that you have. Inhaling, arms up, exhaling, arms down. On this next exhale, we're going to twist. Begin bringing that right arm behind you, left hand to right knee. Planting that left hand on the knee. Use it to inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. Inhale, more length. Exhale, more twist. Maybe gazing over your back right shoulder if that's comfortable for you. Keep that left shoulder in its socket, in its place. Grounding through the left sit bones. Exhale, release, coming back to center, neutral spine. Hands behind you once again. Inhale, lift our arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And on this exhale, we're going to draw the left arm behind us, right hand in front, twisting to the left this time. Roll that right shoulder back and down. Each inhalation finding more length. Each exhalation twisting more to the left. When you feel like you've twisted as far as you can twist, that's when we can look over our back left shoulder, maybe if it's comfortable for you today. So important to honor our bodies and to listen to what's best for us. Exhale, release, coming back to center. We're going to do that one more time, but first, take a look at your legs. One is in front, one is in back. Let's switch it up. We get so set in our ways, set in our patterns, it's important to mix things up, change the directions of our feet. So, hands behind us once again. Inhale, lift our arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. This exhale going to the right once again. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Inhale for length, exhale, find that twist. Maybe you can twist a little bit more since we're a little more warmed up now. See if you can keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting. Exhale, release back to center. Inhale, lifting our arms. One cycle, just kind of flush everything out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand meets the left knee, twisting towards our left side. Maybe twisting a little bit more than we did before. Each exhale, see if maybe a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters more. Gazing over our back left shoulder when we twist it as far as we can. Exhale, release back to center. Beautiful job. Let's come to tabletop position. Coming to our hands and our knees. Those wrists are underneath our shoulders and our knees are underneath our hips. Gonna do a couple cat-cows here. But even as we pause in this tabletop position, really using our hands to ground into our mat, pushing the mat away from us, keeping our core active and engaged. That belly button is active and going towards your spine. Let's prepare for our cat-cows. On an inhalation, dropping your belly, lifting your head, opening up your collarbone. Exhale into cat pose. Lifting your spine, kind of hunching over with your shoulders. Inhale into cow, dropping the belly, lifting the head. Exhale into cat, lifting that belly button, rounding the back, drawing that chin towards your chest. Keep pushing the earth away from you. Go ahead and follow your breath cycle once again. There's a good chance you don't breathe the very same way. Then coming to a neutral spine on your next inhalation. Let's tuck our toes and begin to lift our hips up high towards the ceiling, coming into our first downward dog of the day. Maybe you need to step your feet back, reach your arms more forward. Let's take our dog on a walk. By that I mean bending one leg, straightening the other, opening up our calves and our hamstrings, then switching, pedaling our feet out. Maybe you want to go a little bit faster, a little bit slower, whatever feels good for you and your body today. Then settling down into a downward dog. Straightening both legs. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. If a little bit of bend in the knees feels better for your back. Using your hands to push the weight back into your legs. I like to think about 30% weight in my hands and 70% in our legs. So really use those arms to push the weight back to those legs. You want to be drawing those thigh bones back to the wall behind you. And keep breathing. On an inhalation, gazing at your hands, let's slowly walk our feet forward. There's going to be plenty of time to jump forward later, I promise. Coming into our first forward fold of the class. Keep our legs engaged at this point. Maybe a little ragdoll feels good for you. By that I mean bring your hands to our elbows, using that to pull our chest down more towards our thighs. Maybe you want to sway a little bit left, a little bit right. Do what feels good in this forward fold for you. Let's release our hands back to the mat. And it's okay if they don't touch, if you prefer to have your hands on your shins or your thighs, whatever works best for you. Then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, rolling up to our Tadasana, our mountain pose, our standing pose of the class. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Tadasana pose. Our legs are active and engaged. Our shoulders back and down, palms facing our thighs. On an inhale, lifting our arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Even as we pause here, drawing those triceps towards our ears, keeping our spine neutral. We're not overarching, we're not pumping, we're punching forward. Nice neutral spine. On an exhale, bring your hands together and fold forward. Setting up for our first sun salutation of the class today. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Drawing those shoulders away from your ears. If it's more in your body's physical range of motion, to place your hands on your shins instead of the ground, that works. Maybe you have a nice little cat you can rest your hands on. Exhale, fold forward. Slight bend to the knee, plant your hands, step or jump back into plank and pause here. Exhale, chaturanga down. I love to come to my knees, but you don't have to. Inhale, up dog. Drawing those shoulders away from your ears. Shoulder blades are engaged and active. Tops of the feet are pushing down into your mat. Elbows are reaching back, they're not splaying out. Exhale, down. Inhale, coming into a tabletop just briefly as we tuck our toes and lift our hips, downward dog. In this downward dog, let's begin to shift a little bit more of our weight into our left foot and leg. Slowly on an inhalation, lifting the right foot off the mat, coming into a three-legged downward dog. Send your awareness to your hands. Have you shifted some more weight into the left? Are you staying balanced in both your right and your left hand? Begin to bend the right knee, opening your hips up to the right. Say hello and good morning to those hips. Inhale, straightening the right leg. Exhale, right toes back to the mat, downward dog. On your next inhalation, lifting the left foot and leg this time, coming back into that three-legged downward dog. Keep those toes active and working. That inner left thigh is working hard to keep that foot and leg engaged. Begin to bend the left knee, opening your hips up to the left. Maybe you can gaze on your right armpit to see your left heel. Inhale, straighten, coming back into the three-leg down dog. Then exhale, left foot meets the ground. On an inhalation, gazing at your hands, step or jump your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up, coming back into that Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, step or jump back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog, sphinx or cobra. Downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged downward dog. This time we're going to exhale and swing it through to meet our hands. I'm going to stay on those left toes, but drop our left knee to the mat. Inhale, arms lift, coming into a runner's lunge. Really sink into those hips. Find what feels good. You might want to put your left toes on the ground or keep your left toes tucked. Find what feels more stable for you. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's place our left hand on the inside of our right foot. Inhale, right arm lifts, twisting to the right. Add a little bit of movement. Exhale, drawing the right arm back. Inhale, swimming it up and overhead, back. Exhale, lowering the right arm. Inhale, lifting it back up. Let's do that a few more times. Making those nice big circles with your right arm. Maybe bending it if that feels good. Exhale, right hand back to the mat. This time we're going to lift our left knee, keeping those left toes tucked. Inhale, arms all the way back up, crescent lunge. Drawing that left hand in front of you, right arm behind, twisting to the right. Maybe gazing over your back right middle finger. Keep that back left leg active and engaged, it's working. That right knee is bent. Exhale, arms overhead, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, dropping the left knee to the mat. Left toes meet the ground. Pausing here. Going to begin to straighten the right leg. Drawing your hips back towards your left heel. Folding forward over that straight right leg. Relaxing your head and neck down towards your knee. It's okay if they don't touch. Then on an inhalation, begin to bend the right knee, walking your hands back to frame your foot. On an inhalation, your left foot floats up. Inhale, right arm lifts. Make that big circle and see maybe your hand can meet your foot. Twisting your torso to the right. If the ground feels so far away from you right now, a good block would do. Bring the ground a little bit closer to you. Exhale, releasing the hand from the foot. Planting the hands back on the ground, tuck the left toes, lift the left leg, coming back into that downward dog. Take 3 long breaths here. Pushing the earth away from you with your hands. On an inhalation, lifting the left foot and leg off the mat. Exhale, swing it through to meet your hands. Dropping the right knee to the ground, top of the right foot meets the ground or toes stay tucked. Inhale, arms lifting, runner's lunge. Sinking into that left hip. Maybe you can go a little bit lower, or maybe you want to back out just a little bit, finding what feels good for your body today. Exhale, hands to heart center. Dropping the right hand on the inside of the left foot. Inhale, left arm lifts, really opening your chest and torso to the left. Let's begin to make those circles once again. Exhale, dropping the left arm behind you. Inhale, swimming that left arm through, reaching it up overhead, making those delightful big circles. Going at your own pace. Maybe you find you like a little bend in the elbow to really open up the chest. Dropping your hand back to the mat. Catching our breath here. We're going to begin to straighten the left leg, dropping our hips back to the right heel. Folding forward over that straight left leg. Then slowly begin to walk your hands back, framing the foot, tucking your right toes, lifting your right leg. Inhale, arms up all the way, crescent lunge. Deep bend in the left knee. Spine nice and neutral, finding length in your torso. And let's draw the left arm behind us and the right arm in front. Maybe gazing at your back left middle finger, keeping those legs strong. Inhale back to center. Exhale all the way down. Let's draw that left foot behind us, coming into a downward dog. 3 breaths here. Then gazing at your hands on an inhalation, step or jump your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale all the way up. Coming back into that Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, step or jump back into a high plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale, up dog, Sphinx or Cobra, Yogi's choice. Exhale, downward dog. Gonna do a fun little twist here. By that I mean, don't be scared. We're gonna slowly shift more of our weight into our left hand. Begin to lift your right arm up, off, and we're gonna reach back with our right hand to our left leg. Maybe it meets your thigh, your calf, your ankle, whatever is in your range of motion today. And use that to twist yourself to the left. You can tell class is all about twisting, being flexible with what's going on around us. Keep breathing. Exhale, releasing that hand, coming back into a downward dog. Gonna go ahead and do the other side, shifting more of the weight to your right arm. Left arm lifts, reaching it back. Maybe it touches your thigh, your calf, your ankle, whatever works for you. You might notice one side is a little bit different than the other. There's nothing wrong with that, just something to observe in yourself. Keep breathing. I know it's tricky and hard. Exhale, release. Bring that left hand back to the mat. Downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, swing it through to meet your hands. This time we're going to pivot on the back left leg. Inhale all the way up, straight into a warrior 2. Right leg is bent. We're trying to get that 90-degree angle. Left leg is engaged and active. That inner thigh is working. Gazing over your right middle fingers. Feeling like you're getting pulled in 2 directions. Shoulder blades moving back and down. We're going to inhale, lift our arms overhead, straighten our right leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior 2. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior 2. Maybe coming down a little bit deeper this time. Being mindful not to let your knee go past your ankle. Keeping that back left leg engaged. You know it's hard work. Then inhale, straighten the right leg. Setting up for triangle pose, Trikonasana. So straightening the right leg. Begin to hinge at the hips. Reaching forward, reaching forward, reaching forward. Exhale, hand to the ground, hand to the mat, hand to a cat. Using that top left arm to open your chest up towards the ceiling. Trying to stack our shoulders so they're one straight line. Keeping that back left leg active and engaged. Exhale, left hand all the way down. Maybe you need to step in a little bit more, coming to a pure pyramid pose. Relaxing your head down towards your straight right leg. Then keeping your left hand where it's at, inhale, right arm lifts, coming into a revolved triangle pose. Keep gripping those hips. It is a stability challenge, I know. Maybe gazing at your top right arm if that's in your range of motion. Exhale, right arm back to the ground, coming into that pyramid pose. Then inhale, left arm up, coming back into triangle. I love coming out the same way we come in. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, warrior two. Might need to step back out just a little bit more. Then windmill the arms down, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Shifting the weight to your left hand, letting the right arm come up, doing that little twist, drawing that right arm towards your left leg, twisting to the left. We won't hold it as long this time. Exhale back to downward dog. Shift the weight more to the right hand, left arm reaches up, left arm reaching back to the right leg, twisting to the right. Exhale, coming back into a downward dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, swing it through to meet your hands. Pivot on the back left toes. Inhale all the way up into that warrior two pose. Keeping that left leg bent deeply. Right leg is active and engaged. Gazing over the left middle fingers. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold. Maybe sinking a little bit lower this time. Inhale, straightening the leg. Setting up for that triangle pose. Hinging at the hip. Reaching forward, reaching, reaching, reaching. Exhale, left hand meets the leg. Coming to that triangle pose. Using that top right arm to open your chest up. Keeping those legs active and engaged. Keep breathing. Connecting the body, the breath, and the mind all together. Exhale, right hand to the ground, setting up for that pyramid pose. Hands are framing the feet, or maybe they're on your leg or on a block. Whatever is accessible once again. Relaxing the head towards that straight left leg. Then keeping the right hand where it's at, wherever it's at. Inhale, left arm reaching upward, revolve triangle. Keep that back right leg active and engaged. Gripping those hips. Exhale, left arm down, pyramid pose. On an inhalation, right arm reaching upward, triangle pose once again. Then using the strength of your core, your back leg, inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Windmill your arms back down. Downward dog. On an inhalation, gazing at your hands, step or jump your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way back to the right leg, twisting to the right. Exhale, release, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, swing it through to meet the hands. Pivot on the back left leg. Inhale all the way up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. We won't do it as many times. Hold this warrior two. Maybe going a little bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. Then inhale, straighten, hinging at the hips, reach forward, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, triangle pose. Exhale, left arm down. Hands frame the feet. Maybe stepping in a little bit more for that pyramid pose. Grounding through the left hand, right arm reaches up on an inhalation, revolve triangle pose. Keeping those legs active, engaged, and straight. Exhale, right arm down, pyramid. Inhale, left arm reaches up, triangle. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, warrior two. I need to set those feet back once again. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, windmill the arms down, downward dog. We won't do the twist and reach backs this go around though. Those 3 good breaths. Then on an inhalation, left leg reaches up. Exhale, swing it through to meet the hands. Pivot on the back right foot. Inhale all the way up, warrior two. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, sink lower. Holding here. I know it's hard work, that's why it's a warrior pose. You are strong, just like a warrior. Inhale, straightening the left leg. Exhale, hinging forward at the hip. Left arm reaches the ground, your leg. Triangle pose. Exhale, right hand going down. Hands frame the foot or meet the leg. Maybe stepping in a little bit more for more stability. Right hand staying where it's at. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Revolve triangle. Exhale, left arm down. Inhale, right arm lifts, regular triangle. Then grounding through the back right leg, using the strength of your core. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, warrior two. Then inhale, straighten. Exhale, windmill those arms down. Step the left leg back, downward dog. Then gazing at your hands, step or jump your feet forward, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful job, yogis. So you can stay at the top of your mat, but I'm going to move around so y'all can see me a little bit better. You're going to set up for goddess pose. So my toes are going to be a little bit wider than hip distance. Toes are out, heels are in. Then we're going to bend deeply at the knees, bending our arms, coming into this goddess pose. Even here though, we are active, we are working, we are engaged. Tuck that tailbone. You want your core to be suctioned in, tailbone going down like a nice little comma. Drawing those shoulders back and down. Hopefully starting to feel some heat in those legs. Let's keep our knees bent, but draw our hands to our thighs. We don't want to bring our hands right to our knees, just a little bit above. Maybe pushing into those thighs, sinking a little bit lower. Let's drop our right shoulder to the center, twisting towards the left. Maybe using that right hand to push the right leg away from you a little bit more. Keep those knees bent, feeling that the left hand to push the left leg away from you. Inhale back to center. Then inhale all the way back up. Ooh, feels good. Let's heel toe our feet back in just a little bit more. Let's have our feet at hip width distance. Ooh, I know what's coming, guys. It's gonna be good, I promise. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, bending the knees, coming to your favorite, I'm sure, chair pose. Like I said, we want to have a nice neutral spine here. So I'm not overarching. I'm not kind of hunched over. I want my spine to be long and strong through my crown to my tailbone. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Maybe a little bit lower. Try to draw those knees back. A little bit lower. I know it's hard when we do that. It's so easy when our knees are all reaching over our toes. Then inhale all the way back up to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here, because they're coming back. Remember, yoga is all about connecting the body, breath, and mind, so if you need to take something a little bit less intense than what we're doing, that's okay. Inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. This time we're gonna come up onto our toes, so heels are lifting off of our mat. Exhale, sinking into that chair. I'm gonna bring my hands to heart center. Then we're gonna bring that left elbow over to the right knee, twisting ourselves to the right, using that elbow into the knee to twist even more. Take a look at your knees. Is that left knee trying to go in front of the right knee? Because we want them to be centered. I'm starting to shake, that means I'm doing good. I hope you are too. Inhale back to center. Inhale all the way back up, heels still off the mat. Exhale, heels down, hands to heart center. Catch your breath here. I know those are challenging, but they're so good. Inhale, arms lifting overhead, heels off the ground. Exhale, hands to heart center, sinking into that chair pose. You probably guessed what's coming. We're gonna bring that right elbow over to the left side, making contact with the outer left leg. Using that contact to push ourselves more to the left. Then gazing at your knees, my right knee's really trying to sneak in front. Try to keep them in line together. Inhale back to center. Hold here, then inhale all the way back up. Exhale, heels down, hands to heart center. Whew, heat building for sure. Now we're just gonna open our toes up just a little bit more. Feet hip distance or maybe a smidgen more. Exhale, coming to a yogi squat. Sinking all the way down. Drawing our elbows on the insides of our knees. It's okay if your pose doesn't look just like this. You might be up here with your hips even higher, or you might be able to sink all the way to the ground and touch. Whatever is in your range of motion today is a good thing. It's a good place. But as we are in this yogi squat, I want to think about lengthening, so I don't want to be rounding too much over to my legs. I'm going to keep that long and strong spine working. And then you see the ground, you know the ground is right there. So we're just going to slowly lean back and find the ground. Beautiful job. Let's come to Baddha Konasana pose, cobbler's pose. Bring the bottoms of our feet together. Knees are splaying outwards. Hands can hold the feet, or they can be behind you. Whatever finds more length in your spine today. A few breaths here. And inhale, let's draw our knees in together. Let's extend our legs out in front of us. You can keep your legs on the mat. Maybe give them a little shake. They've been working hard this class. Whew. Gonna inhale, lift our arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Trying to reach for those feet, but more importantly than reaching your feet is finding that length in the spine. So if you can reach your feet but you round too much, I want you to back out of that just a little bit for today. Focus more on that length, keeping the spine straight-ish, more neutral. Now that you've been here a few moments, maybe you can start to walk your hands out a little bit more, keeping that straight, neutral spine. Maybe a little bit more. Focus on that spine neutrality. Then exhale, release, rounding, coming back to center. Whew. Let's draw our feet in, bottoms of the feet meet the ground. Let's make our way to the ground. Bring our backs all the way down. Whew. Let's tuck our shoulder blades underneath us. Take a few breaths here in this delightful constructive rest pose. Maybe drawing the knees in, placing your hands on the shins. Draw those knees even closer towards your chest. Maybe a little movement feels good for you today. Maybe rocking side to side. Option to go into a happy baby pose. Bending the knees, bring your hands to the outsides of the feet, drawing those knees down towards your chest. Once again, option to rock side to side. Settling down, returning to our breath. Let's bring our feet back to the ground, setting up for Shavasana, our final resting pose. But first, something super delicious. So we want to open our feet up as wide or wider than our mat. Open our arms up overhead, kind of making a big old X. We did so much stretching and twisting. Let's do one final side stretch together. So I'm going to bring my left ankle over to my right outstretched leg. So I'm crossing the feet. Then I'm bringing my left arm over to my right. So it's kind of twisting, making a little U, hammocky kind of shape. At first, I'm using my right arm to pull my left, really feeling that side stretch. And then I'm just relaxing into it, feeling the length and extension and expansion in my left side body. Few more breaths here. Exhale, releasing the hands and the feet, coming back to that big wide X. One more side. This time bringing the right foot and ankle over to the outstretched left leg. Kind of crossing the ankle over the left foot. Then bringing the right hand over to meet the left side. Clasping the wrists with our hands. Pulling the right arm over. Stretching the right side body. Keep breathing into those tight places. Exhale, release completely. This time coming into that Shavasana pose. So my hands are going to be at my sides, palms facing upwards. Shoulder blades tucking and supporting the lungs and the heart. Feet rolling open naturally. Releasing the tension in your lower back. Closing your eyes. Drawing that attention and awareness back to your breath. Release, relax, and let go. It's so important to carve out these moments of rest for ourselves. It's so easy to keep giving pieces of ourselves away, keep busy, keep moving, keep grooving. But if we don't find the time to rest and recharge, we're not giving our body a time to renew and get ready to take on the new challenges. Keep breathing, releasing any tension you may have in your forehead, your eyes, your mouth. Let your body sink into your mat. Keeping your attention and your awareness on your breath. If you have the time to take a longer Shavasana, I invite you to do so. But if not, let's begin to come out of this together, wiggling our fingers and our toes, bringing some life back into our body. Then bending one foot and leg, planting the sole of the foot on the ground, and then the other. Rolling to our right side, using the right arm as a pillow for our head and pausing here. Then keeping your eyes closed, plant your left hand on the ground and use it to push yourself up to a seated position. Head coming up very last. Eyes are closed, hands to heart center, head bowed down towards them. Acknowledging that you showed up for yourself today, that you took the time to honor your body, to honor yourself, celebrating those things. Exhale, releasing your hands to your knees. Inhale, lifting your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.